Hey guys, it's Caitlin. We're back here at Premier. Today we're bringing you a Pilates class. So I know everyone who comes to Premier is missing their Reformer classes. So we're going to start out today and do some Reformer type work on our mat. So what you're going to need is your mat and get a towel. So we're going to take the towel, I have mine folded right here, and we're going to find 4-point kneeling. So my toes are going to be right back here on our towel, hands directly underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hips. Use that core, pulling up and in, supporting your spine. Lift those knees up and off the ground. We're just going to shoot those feet out into a plank and pull it back in, using that core. Nice and slow, pushing it out, and pull the knees back in. Shoot it out, and pulling back in, pull that stomach up, pushing it out, and pull back in. Let's do 4 more here. 4, and pull, nice and slow. And out, spine is supported, in. 2 more like this. And pulling it in, not changing that spine. Last one, we go out, and pull it back in. All right, changing it up, we're going out to our plank. We're pulling the hip bones straight to the ceiling, pulling the ears in between the biceps, coming up into that downward dog position, still on the toes. Shoot those feet back out into our plank. Push the hip bones up to the sky, come into that downward dog position, pulling that core in, pushing out. Again, pulling that core in, hip bones to the ceiling, shooting it straight out, pulling up. Core is engaged, supporting that spine, shooting it out, pulling up, shoot out. Let's do 3 more here. This is 3, squeezing that core in tight, pushing it out, getting a slight stretch in those hamstrings, pull it in, pushing it out. Last one. Pull those hip bones straight up toward the ceiling and push it out. Pull those knees in, drop them down, shake out those arms. All right, we're going to come to laying flat on our mat now. All right, everyone, so we find a seated position on the mat. Feet and knees are together, sitting nice and tall, rolling all the way down until we're lying flat on the mat. So let's move our feet a little bit closer in. We'll pivot our heels out. Pivot the toes to match so our feet are hip width apart. Let's just find our alignment here. So you can shake your head back and forth. Nod it yes and no. Bringing it back into the center, nose is straight up toward the ceiling. Slightly tuck the chin so we're elongating through the cervical spine. Let's use our hands, find those hip bones, and find the pubic bone, and let's really make sure that those 2 bones are in flat alignment. So you could rest a plate right there, and it would not tip either direction. So they're straight across, nice and flat. Let's place 1 hand on our sternum and 1 hand on our side rib cage. You want to feel that you're breathing, and we're not using our stomach to fill full of air. We're using that side rib cage and pulling all of the air. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, stomach is staying flat, breathing into that side rib cage. Kind of breathing throughout our entire practice so that we can keep those stomach muscles nice and tight. Feeling those transverse abdominals engage. Let's feel our arms go flat down against the mat. Shoulders are nice and long away from the ears. Inhale. Exhale, tuck the chin, curling up into a nice ab prep, reaching towards those toes. Inhale here. Exhale, coming down. Find that nice alignment. Inhale. Exhale, pulling up into ab prep. Tuck that chin, curling in the thoracic spine. Hip bones and pubic bones still stay in neutral. Inhale. Exhale, rolling down. 1 more here. Inhale. Exhale, curling up into ab prep. Inhale. Let's bring our right leg up into tabletop. Left leg comes up into tabletop, and let's squeeze those legs together. Flip the palms to face down. We'll start our hundreds. We inhale. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3. Shoot the legs long. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Two more. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. Curl it up higher. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Squeeze those legs into your chest. Let's put our feet back down on the mat. Find that neutral alignment again. So feet are hip width apart, shoulders are back and down, slight tuck in the chin, hip bone and pubic bone are on the same plane. All right, from here, we're going to go up into a bridge. So this is going to be an articulating bridge. So first thing we're going to do is inhale, exhale, tip that pelvis, push the lumbar spine nice into the mat. Keeping that articulation, lifting vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way up until we're in a nice bridge pose. Squeezing those glutes, weight is in the heels. Or reverse the articulation all the way down. Vertebrae by vertebrae, touching the mat. Lumbar spine touches, tailbone touches, back into neutral, hip bones and pubic bone on the same plane. Inhale, exhale, pelvic tilt. Vertebrae by vertebrae, lifting up and off the mat. All the way up into that bridge, keeping that nice pelvic tilt when we're all the way up at the top. Inhale here. Exhale, lowering all the way back down. Vertebrae by vertebrae, touches the mat. Lumbar spine, tailbone, back into neutral. Inhale. Exhale, pelvic tilt. Rolling up, vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way up to the top. Keeping that pelvic tilt. Hands pushing down into the mat. Inhale. Exhale, rolling all the way back down, making sure that those knees are staying in a perfect parallel position. Don't let them open out. Inhale. Exhale, pelvic tilt. Rolling all the way up into our articulating bridge. From here, hold it. Keep those hip bones square. Squeeze those glutes. Push down into the left heel, and let's lift our right leg up to tabletop. And lower it back down. Changing legs, left leg comes up to tabletop. And lowering down. Hip bones are staying square, right leg comes to tabletop. Squeeze that core, support the spine. Coming down. Left leg comes to tabletop. And down. Pushing into that left heel to lift the right leg up. And lower. Left leg comes up. And lower. One more each side. Right leg comes up. And lower. Pushing into that right heel to lift the left leg up. Hip bones stay square. And lower. Inhale. Exhale, rolling down vertebrae by vertebrae. Lumbar spine touches the mat. Tailbone touches the mat. Rocking back into that neutral position. All right, grab behind both knees. Let's kick ourselves up to a seated position. We're going to flip over and come into prone. So, lying on the mat, let's cross one hand over the other so we can place our forehead down on our hands. Let's just find alignment. So let's open our feet to be about mat width apart. Pointed toes, heels are facing each other, toes are facing away. Shoulders are dropped down away from the ears. Pulling up that core, trying to lift that stomach up and away from the mat, squeezing our glutes, engaging our quads to straighten our knees, pushing into the tops of our feet. From this position, let's lift both legs up. They lift up an inch and lower, keeping that stomach lifted up away from the mat. We lift up an inch and lower, squeezing those glutes. We lift up and lower. My legs are shaking, that's good. Lift up and lower, supporting that lumbar spine, pulling up in that stomach. We lift, and lower, and lift, and lower. 2 more. Lift, and lower. Last one, lift and hold. Like you're going to beat those heels together. We beat in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Continue. 5, 6, 7, 8. Beat. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lift the stomach. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Drop those feet down. Relax the upper body. Try the whole time we're doing these kinds of things to relax those shoulders down. We're not rising them up and toward the ears. We want to keep that neck relaxed and down. Now let's open our arms mat width apart, straight over our head. Forehead comes down onto the mat. Same position. Glutes are engaged. Pushing into those tops of the feet to straighten the knees. Stomach is up and away from the mat. Arms are directly overhead. We lift everything, arms, head, legs, an inch off the mat. We lift up and lower. Stomach stays off the mat. We lift up and lower. Lifting up and lower. One more, lift up. Hold it there. Touch that right hand down, left toes down. And change. Stomach stays up. Change. And change. Stomach is lifted. Change. And change, gazing down toward the mat. Change. And change. As fast as you can, swimming. Change. 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 Stomach stays up. 8 more counts. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop everything down. Let's push back into a little child's pose. I like to keep my feet together here, knees open wide, drop the body down between the knees. And rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae until we're sitting up tall. All right, let's flip over. We're gonna do roll up, our favorite. So let's open our feet about hip width apart. Flex those toes straight up to the ceiling. Laying all the way back flat. Find that neutral alignment. Hip bones and pubic bone on the same plane. Toes are facing straight up to the ceiling. Shoulders are dropped back and down. Arms are down along the side. We're going to use 2 breaths to get up. So we inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, coming up to ab prep. Inhale here. Exhale, pelvic tilt, rolling all the way up until we're seated nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale, tuck in the pelvis, core is engaged, rolling all the way back down, slowly until we're down on the mat. Inhale, arms overhead. Flex those toes. Exhale, ab prep. Inhaling here. Exhale, pelvic tilt, rolling up. Seated tall, flat back. Inhale. Exhale, pelvic tilt, engage that core, C curve, rolling all the way back down onto the mat. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale to ab prep. Hip bones and pubic bone are still in the same plane. Inhale here. Exhale, pelvic tilt, rolling up all the way to that flat back seated position. Toes are still flexed straight up to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, tuck in that pelvis, steep C curve in that spine, rolling vertebrae by vertebrae all the way back down onto the mat. One more. Inhale. Exhale, ab prep. Inhaling here. Exhale, pelvic tilt. Rolling all the way up to that flat back seated position. Inhale. Exhale, pelvic tilt. Rolling all the way back down. Nice. Pull both knees into your chest for just a second. We're doing that same movement again, but this time we're going full speed. So we're going to do 1 breath. Flex those toes up to the ceiling. Shoulders are back and down. Hip bones and pubic bone on the same plane. Engage those transverse abdominals. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, ab prep, pelvic tilt, rolling all the way up to that flat back position. Inhale. Exhale, rolling all the way back down. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, ab prep, pelvic tilt, roll all the way up to that seated position. Inhale. Exhale, rolling all the way back down. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, ab prep, pelvic tilt. Engage that core, scoop and roll all the way up to the top. Inhale. Exhale, pelvic tilt, curving that spine, rolling all the way back down. Last one, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, ab prep, pelvic tilt, rolling all the way up to that seated position. And right here, relax. Let's keep those feet straight out in front of us. Flex those toes straight up to the ceiling. Let's open our arms out wide to the side, sitting up nice and tall. If this is hard for you to sit up with a straight spine with your legs out in front of you, get something to prop your butt up a little bit so that we're at a slight incline. That'll help you be able to sit nice and tall here. So, arms are out to the side. Inhale. Exhale, spine twist, run direction. Inhaling back to center. Exhale, spine twist other direction. Inhaling back to center. Trying to keep those feet exactly where they are. Exhale. Inhale back to center. Exhale, spine twist. And inhale back to center. And relax. All right, we're gonna come into side lying. All right, so we're coming into side lying. Lay in the center of your mat on one side. We're gonna extend that bottom arm out over our head so that you can also bend the arm and put the arm behind you. But we don't wanna prop ourselves up. We wanna keep our spine in perfect alignment. We're gonna bring our legs into a 45-degree angle in front of us, so that's about at the corner of your mat. And we're gonna rotate our legs to the heels together and toes are apart. In this position, we want to keep that lower rib cage lifted up away from the mat. We don't want to allow our spine to curve into the mat. We want to keep that nice straight line going all the way down. Hip bones are stacked, shoulders are stacked in this position. From here, let's lift that top leg up into about hip height. You can use this hand right in front of you if you need some support. We're just going to lift that bottom leg up and lower, up and lower, up. Squeeze those inner thighs, up and lower, up and lower, up and lower. Two more, two. Last one, and lower. All right, keeping that core engaged, keeping that rib cage lifted up. We're gonna kick front. We go kick, kick, and reach back. Kick, kick, and reach back. Keeping that hip bone in line. Kick, kick, and reach back. Keeping that rib cage up. Kick, kick, and reach back. Four more. Kick, kick, reach back, kick, kick, and reach, kick, kick, and reach. Last one, and reach. Bring it back into center. Flex that top foot. We're going to do 3 heel beats to the front. We go 3, 2, 1, kick up. 3 heel beats to the back. 3, 2, 1. Keep that side long. 3, 2, 1, and kick. 3, 2, 1, rib cage stays up. 3, 2, 1, and lift. 3, 2, 1, and lift. 2 more. 2, 1, and lift. Last 1, 2, 3, and lift. Bring those legs back down. Let's take that top leg and place it directly in front of our bottom leg knee. We're going to turn that bottom leg in now. You're going to rock back just a little bit onto your glute. You can come up onto your hand here if you would like. And we're just going to do some little raises with that bottom leg. So flex that foot. If you start to get really quad heavy, you can bend that knee slightly so we really isolate that inner thigh. So reaching out through that heel, we lift up and 2 and 3. Nice little pulses up. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop that leg down. Reach both legs long. We're going to switch over onto the other side. So, changing those legs over to the other side. Center of your mat, arm out above you. Legs at a 45-degree angle in front of you. So, about corner of the mat if you're laying in the center of your mat. Heels are together, toes are apart. Shoulders are stacked, hip bones are stacked. Side rib cage is lifted up away from the mat so we keep that nice 2 sides of our waist. From here, we lift that top leg up to about hip height. You can use that hand to help you. We lift the bottom heel up and lower, keeping that side rib cage lifted. Up and down, up down, up, and down. Keep going, up, and lower. Lift, and lower. Hip bones stay stacked, and lower, up. 4 more. 4, and 3, and 2. Last one. Drop it down. We kick that leg to the front. Hip bones stay square. Kick, kick, reach to the back. And kick, kick, reach back. Side rib cage stays lifted. Kick, kick, reach it back. Kick, kick, reach it back. Kick, kick, and back. Kick, kick, pushing into that arch of the bottom foot. Kick, kick, and back. Kick, kick, and reach. 2 more. Kick, kick, and reach. Side rib cage stays up. And reach. Bring it into the center. Flex that top foot. 3 taps to the front, lifting up. We go 3, and 2, and 1. Kick. Side stays long. 2, 1, and lift. Both sides are long. 2, 1, and lift. Hip bones stay square. 4 more. 4, and lift. 3, engaging that core. 2, and lift. Last one, and lift. Lower the legs down. Take that top foot, put it in front of that bottom knee, turning that leg into parallel, flexing through that heel. We can prop ourselves up if we want, and we're just doing little pulse lifts here. We lift up, 2, 3, 4. If it's getting too quad heavy, take a slight bend in that knee so we really isolate that inner thigh. Core is still engaged here. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Stretch those legs out. All right, we're coming back into seated position. All right, so we're coming back into a seated position. We're going to do the saw. So we're going to have our feet about mat width apart, flex those toes straight up to the ceiling, sitting nice and tall. Once again, if this is too hard, get something to prop up your sits bones. All right, we're extending those arms out to the side. Inhale. Exhale, spine twist to one side. Flip that back hand to where the pinky is up, and we reach down toward those pinky toes, stretching one side of the body, coming back up to straight, inhaling back to center. Exhale, spine twist to the other side, flip those pinkies up, reach down like you're going to saw off those pinky toes of the other foot, lifting up, inhaling back to center. Exhale, spine twist. Inhale, flip those pinkies. Exhale, bending down, twisting towards that pinky toe, coming back up. Exhaling to center. Inhale. Exhale, spine twist. Inhale. Exhale, reach. Inhaling back to center. Exhale, untwist. All right, nice job. We're going to flip over onto our stomachs. We're going to come into single leg kicks. So if we lay flat down on the mat, we just want to prop up onto our elbows. In this position, we're not supporting our lumbar spine. So think about supporting your lumbar spine. Pull those core muscles up into yourself. Squeeze those legs together. Heels are together. Squeezing those glutes, squeezing those inner thighs. Shoulders are not up by the ears. We're lowering them nice down away from the ears. Squeeze those inner thighs. Squeeze that core. We kick one leg in. We go kick, kick, and lower. Other leg. Kick, kick, and down. Kick, kick, and down. Kick, kick, and down. Stomach stays pulled up the whole time. And down. Kick, kick, and down. Squeeze that stomach. Kick, kick, and down. Kick, kick, and down. 4 more. Kick, kick, and down. 3, and down. 2, and down. Last one, and down. Relax down onto the mat. Grab that towel we used at the beginning. I'm going to come a little further up onto my mat here. Hope y'all can still see me. We're going to reach our arms out forward onto that towel. I'm going to put it long ways, fold it in half. So my arms are about shoulder width apart on the towel, hands are on the towel, lowering all the way down onto the mat. We can have those feet about mat width apart. Same thing as before, pulling that stomach up away from the mat. Glutes are engaged, hamstrings quads, everything all the way down the leg, pushing into the tops of those feet, straightening those knees. Stomach is lifted up. From here, we start with the head, pushing into those hands, lifting up in that thoracic spine, back extension, stomach is still staying up away from the mat, and lowering back down. Pushing into those hands, thoracic spine extension, lift, stomach stays up away from the mat, and coming back down. Again, we lift it up, stomach stays up away from the mat, and lower. Pushing into those hands, squeezing those shoulder blades together, we lift, and lower. Let's do 2 more here. Pushing down into that towel, lift, shoulders drop down, and lower, stomach stays up. Last one, lifting up, and lower. Nice job. All right, we're going to take our towel, if it's a hand towel like mine, have it folded just in fourths, right down there on the floor, directly next to the mat. So we're going to place one foot on the mat edge, right here, so my big toe is in line with the mat edge. And then I'm going to place the other foot on the demi point on that towel behind me. We're just going to do some little lunges here. So you want to keep that towel directly on the edge of this mat so that our legs are staying nice and parallel. So we just plie in that front leg, scooching that back leg further back, lunging down, keeping that knee straight, and pull it back up. That front knee, you want those knees to stay over the toes. We're tracking those toes, pushing out, and coming back up. Lunging out, trying to keep those hip bones square. And coming up. Woo. Fell over a little bit. Lunging back. And squeeze everything to lift straight up to the ceiling. We go down. And lifting up. Squeeze those glutes. We go down, last one. And lifting up. All right, nice. Let's flip over and do the other side. So, other toes, big toe comes in line with that mat edge. Other foot comes onto the demi point, onto that towel. You want to keep that towel connected to the mat the whole time so that we're not letting our legs open out behind us. We want to keep everything nice and parallel. We do bend, lunge down, and squeeze, lift everything back up. Going down. And squeeze it all up. We lunge down. Tracking those toes on the front foot. Squeeze it up. And lunging down. Keeping those shoulders down away from the ears, nice and relaxed. Squeeze it up. And down. Squeezing up. And down. Tracking those toes, core is engaged, glutes are engaged, knee stays straight, squeezing up. It's a lot to think about. 2 more. Going down. And coming back up. Last one, keep it strong. Going down. And squeeze everything back up. Nice job. All right. So that was some of that leg work we love on the reformer. We're going to come down onto the mat. And we're going to do our double leg stretch. So, laying all the way back flat. Find that neutral alignment, hip bones and pubic bone on the same plane. Shoulders are back and down into the mat. Tuck the chin slightly to elongate that cervical spine. Engage those transverse abdominals. Let's lift our right leg up into tabletop. Left leg comes up into tabletop. Squeeze those legs together. Let's curl up into an ab prep. Inhale. Exhale, tuck the chin, curling all the way up. Hip bones stay in neutral. Inhale everything out. Exhale, circle around and in. Inhale out. Exhale in. Inhaling out. Exhale in. Inhale out. Exhale in. Keeping those stomach muscles tight. Inhale out. Exhale in. Inhaling out. Exhale, pull it in. Curl that chin up higher. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhaling out. Exhale, squeeze. Last one. Inhale out. Exhale, squeeze. Drop that chin. Squeeze those knees into your chest for just a second. Whew. I got a little shoulder and neck tension there. Don't do that. Keep them down. It's the worst part for me. All right, so let's lower both legs down onto the mat. Want to keep them nice and in line. Pull that right knee into your chest, keeping the spine in neutral, so hip bones and pubic bone is still on the same plane. Let's grab behind that knee, flex the foot. We're just going to straighten and bend. Getting a little dynamic hamstring stretch here. All right. Leave it straight up to the ceiling. Let's point those toes. Lower the hands down onto the sides. Hip bones and pubic bone are still in the same plane. Engage that core. We're just going to move the femur and the hip socket. We're going to do a small little circle. We cross over, down, around, out, and up. Cross, down, around, and in. Cross, down, around, and in. Cross, around, and in. Reverse. Open and cross, up. Open and cross, up. Keeping those hip bones square. Cross, up. Last one. Around and in. Bend that knee. Pull it into your chest one more time. And lower that leg all the way down. Let's pull that left knee into our chest. Get a little hip stretch there. Hip bones and pubic bone on the same plane. Grab behind that knee. Flex the foot. Drop those shoulders down to the mat. Flex, straighten, and bend. Just getting a little hamstring stretch here. Hip bones and pubic bone are still on the same plane. We don't want to compact those lumbar spine discs. We really just want to make sure we're stretching, helping our spine be healthy. Whew. And keep that leg straight. Point those toes. Lower the hands down along the sides. Point those feet, hip bones and pubic bone on the same plane. We cross over, around, and up. Cross, around, and up. Engage that core. Cross, around, and up. Cross, around, and up. This can be as small as you need it. Reverse. Open, around, and in. Open, around, and in. Hip bones stay square, around, and in. Last one, around, and in. Bend that knee. Pull that knee into your chest. And lower it back down. All right, it's that time of class. Teaser prep. So feet and knees are together. Hip bones, pubic bone on the same plane. So usually we have our feet hip width apart. We don't here. They're all squeezing together. Let's lift that right leg out straight. Knees stay touching, so we're at that nice 45-degree angle. If it gets hard here, extend that foot out a little farther so we're at a flatter line. So, arms along the sides. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, rolling up. All the way up into that V position. Flat back here, reaching to those toes. Inhale. Exhale, curve, lower all the way back down. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, rolling up. Flat back. Inhale. Exhale, rolling down. 2 more. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, curling up. Inhaling here. Exhale, rolling down. Last one. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, rolling up. Find that flat back V. Inhale here. Exhale, rolling down. All right. Right leg goes down, left leg comes out. Inhale, arms overhead. We have 4 to do here. Exhale, rolling up. Find that flat back V position. Inhale. Exhale, rolling down. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, rolling up. Inhaling here. Exhale, scoop and curve in that spine all the way down. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, rolling up. Inhaling here. Exhale, rolling down. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, rolling up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, rolling down. Drop that left leg down. All right, we have 4 more. So you either do 2 with the right leg, 2 with the left. We can do all 4 with both legs straight out. Or you can do 1, 1, 2, whatever you want to do. All right, so pick your position that you want to start in, whether that's right leg out or both legs out. I'm going to do right, left, and then 2 with both legs. So we inhale. Exhale, scooping up. Inhaling here. Exhale, roll down. If you're doing the same as me, change your legs. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, rolling up. Flat back, inhale. Exhale, rolling down. I'm doing both legs now. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, scoop and roll up. Find that flat back. Inhaling here. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, arms overhead. Feet don't move in the air. Exhale, rolling up. Inhaling here, flat back. Exhale, scoop and roll all the way back down onto the mat. Bend those knees. Pull them into your chest. Good job, everyone. We did it. It's time to do some stretching. So grab some water. Meet me back on the mat to stretch. All right, so we're going to start our stretching. Let's lay all the way back flat on the mat. Extend one leg out straight. Pull the other leg, knee, into your chest. You can feel your lumbar spine push into the mat here. Really pull that knee in. Give some nice resistance. Push the knee into your hands and pull the hands into your chest at the same time. Crossing one hand over, grab the outside of that knee, extend the other arm out to the side. Let's just cross that leg across the body, stretching that spine a little bit, trying to keep both shoulders flat on the mat. Take some nice deep breaths here, stretching that spine. And coming back into the center. If you have that towel, let's grab that towel. We're just going to put it on the bottom of our foot, holding both ends. Flex that foot up straight to the ceiling and just pull it towards you, trying to keep that knee straight, foot flexed. Let's keep a neutral spine here, so hip bones and pubic bone on the same plane. Stretching that hamstring. Pulling those hands straight towards your face. You should be able to relax that quad muscle here and still keep that leg straight. Get a really nice passive stretch in that hamstring. All right, let's remove that towel. You can cross that leg over the other knee, grab on the outside of that other knee, and pull it into your chest, keeping those hip bones and pubic bone in neutral spine, stretching that piriformis, those deep 6 rotators. And release. Pull the other knee into your chest. Let's do that hip flexor stretch. Active stretching. So we're pushing that knee into our hands, pulling our hands back into our shoulder. You can place those hands on the outside of that knee, pull it across the body, hand opens to the side, getting a nice spine stretch here. Shoulders staying down on the mat. Give it a couple of breaths in this position. Getting a nice twist in that spine. And rotating back into center. Let's grab that towel. We can put it around that foot, grabbing both ends. Flex the foot straight up to the ceiling. Straight knee, try and relax that quad and pull those hands towards your face. Getting a nice hamstring stretch here. Trying to keep those hip bones and pubic bone on the same plane. Don't want to compact those lumbar spine discs. And relax, remove that towel. Let's cross that foot over the other knee. Pull the other knee into our chest. Get that deep 6 rotator stretch, piriformis. Keeping hip bones and pubic bone on the same plane here. Trying to keep that knee nice and open. And And uncross those legs. Let's grab behind the knees, kick ourselves up into a seated position. Just come into a nice, comfortable seated position. I'm going to sit cross-legged here, sitting up nice and tall. We've been doing that lateral breathing throughout our entire practice. Let's just come back into a little bit of belly breathing. So one hand on your sternum, one hand on your belly. Let's do 3 nice deep breaths here. Inhale. Feel the belly expand. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Thank you all for joining our Pilates class today. Be sure to like and subscribe so that you see all the videos we have coming. If you like this video, give us a like, comment, let us know what you think, let us know what you want to see more of, and we'll see you back here for another workout.